Good day, everyone. It's your man Ken Billions. What's going on? Happy Thursday. I hope all is well in your life with you and your family. I hope you're doing what you got to do to make your dreams and desires come true. Don't let anyone stand in your way. Get to the money. Whatever it is you after, get to it. All right? So, I got a great conversation for you today. I think it can help you. I hope it helps. If it helps one person, I did my job. Today's conversation is about the internet. And these are my 5 ways that I feel like people are using the internet wrong. All right. But before I get into the game, make sure you become a member at kenbillions.com. You see it on the screen right there. Make sure you become a member. All right. If you like content like this, I got tons of content that's not on the internet on kenbillions.com. Make sure you become a member. Okay. So look, today's game is about people using the internet wrong, okay? And these are my 5 ways that people use the internet wrong. Other people may have a different opinion. Of course, this is my opinion, just based on observation. The reason why I'm actually doing this is because I recently started accepting people on my personal page, you know, to be friends with, right? I opted out of the personal Facebook game for a minute, but I just wanted to see what the conversation was about. And the conversation is the same as when I left. Usually I filter my Facebook, so I only pay attention to influencers. I only pay attention to business owners, things like that. Things that I'm interested in and things that I can upgrade on. But recently I started befriending people personally just to see the conversation. It's people from Africa, people from Europe, but mostly people from America. And I'm kind of like, damn, because it's the same as when I left, right? So what I mean by that is the conversation and the direction of how people use their timeline. Now I'm talking about Twitter, I'm talking about Instagram, I'm talking about Facebook. Facebook in particular, I pay close attention to Facebook because Facebook is a little different than Twitter and Instagram because Facebook share button is super dangerous. Okay, the way that things catch on. Recently, I just seen a pastor that was eating a woman out, and it went viral. And it's so interesting to me that socially we're not moving as fast as the technology. The fact that that was even a thing, it was a man and a woman. The fact that that was even a thing tells me that, wow, we haven't really moved that much forward socially. Like, it's a man and a woman. If he has a wife, that's between him and his wife. That's their business of how they choose to go about that. So that was an interesting thing to me, the fact that that went viral. If it was a conversation or information about a tax loop, that wouldn't have went viral. If it was a conversation about real estate, it wouldn't have went viral. The fact that it was a sex act that went viral, and sex is pretty much the most thing that we all have in common, no matter your race, no matter where you're from, we all have sex in common. So the fact that a pastor giving oral to a woman went viral, it says a lot, okay? So that's not the only thing that goes viral. People being petty, people lurking, screenshots, those kind of things go viral. So it kind of tells me where the minds of the people are at. So now I completely understand those that have and those that don't. It's an education thing. Those that have behave differently than those that don't. I'm sorry. So I wanted to chop it up about 5 ways that I feel like the people are using the internet wrong. First of all, what is the internet? Now, there's a technical definition, and I'm not going to get into technical definition. I'm going to give you my definition. I'm going to give it to you super easy and so something you can comprehend. The internet is nothing more than an opportunity. Look at it like that. Nothing more than an opportunity. If you ever desired for people to know your name, if you ever desired to network with people from around the world, if you ever desire to learn something fast, if you ever desire to improve your skills, whether that's communications, you could check out Dale Carnegie's The Art of Public Speaking. You could check out Gary Vee. You could check out Jordan Belfair. Hell, you could check out Ken Billions. If there was flaws in your game and you wanted to upgrade, you have the opportunity with the internet. So ask yourself, what are you here doing? There's researchers suggest or say that the average person throughout their whole lifetime is going to spend 5 years scrolling. 5 years scrolling. That means the total time that you have scrolled throughout your whole entire life is 5 years. Now, you're going to spend 5 years doing something, but what's the ROI? If you don't know what ROI means, return on investment. What's the return on investment for your time for scrolling? Okay. Now, I've talked about this before. I'm going to talk about it again because I don't think people get it. All right. So the internet, this is not the technical definition. This is my definition, is nothing more than an opportunity. They say a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Well, so is the internet. And the internet is mind because everything you see on it comes from where? Someone's mind. So if you ever thought what was poverty, all you got to do is look at people's timeline. In America, poverty is not lack of money. Poverty is the things that exist in people's mind. This is the number one real estate in the world. Your mind, right? Your timeline represents what's on your mind. Okay? There is no separation. Okay? So the internet is an opportunity. All right? So look at it as such. All right? So let's get into the 5 ways that I feel like people are using internet wrong. Okay. Make sure you are writing this down. And if you like this kind of content, make sure you check out canbillions.com. All right. The first way people are using the internet wrong, they don't have an agenda. Sounds real simple, right? They don't have an agenda. That means when they open up their app, they have no agenda. The internet, which is an opportunity, has become a community of boredom. People are only using Twitter, IG, and Facebook because they are bored. A lot of posts come from people sitting on the toilet. A lot of posts come from people at the break and in the break room, right? Or at work, wasting time. But one thing for sure, 2 things for certain. You spend the majority of your time on this planet old. Your youth goes like that. So what are you doing to prepare for your experience being an elderly person? Because let me tell you what hell on earth is. Hell on earth is not making the right decision and still being alive. You ever see a 60-year-old person and their life is not together? What about a 70-year-old person? Huh? Do you know that wino that's in front of the liquor store? You know they're not young, right? You know they are old, right? Now, anybody could slip and fall. But unless someone slips you a Mickey, if you are old and your life is not together, that's a problem because you had time to get your life together. Now, if you are a parent, how is it not child abuse for you using the internet wrong? Uh-oh. How is it not child abuse that you are wasting time on the internet? Let me tell you why I say that. Because this is your opportunity to go into the cloud and bring something back for your child. So when your child turns 21 years old and you have absolutely nothing for them, but tell them go to school, get a job, that's it? Okay, they get a degree, then what? What kind of job? The majority of the jobs that exist today will not exist in 10 years. So I want that to go down like moonshine. If you are using the internet wrong, you are an abusive parent. It's no different than you hitting them and molesting them. Why? Because you're wasting time. Children didn't ask to be here. So if you're going to have children, then you need to use your time wisely. It's not about you no more, right? So if you're going to use a library, that's what your phone is, a library. If you're going to use that to lurk and be in people's comment sections, going back and forth about toxic masculinity, how does that help your child? How does the divine feminine help your child? How does canceling someone for the day help your child? What is the internet again? Say it with me. An opportunity to do what? All right. So I wanted to say something that shock you. Of course, physical abuse and those things like that are wrong. But I'm saying though, what's the difference? Because you're harming your child. They spend the majority of their time away from you, 40 hours at school, you work. So by the time you get to fellowship with your child, it's for a short period of time, especially if you have a mate, especially if you're dating. So when you sit down with your child, what do you have for them? Nothing. Why? Because you was online BSing. right? On the shade room, on just come on, yo. There is so many things that you could be doing online. You can change your life in 30 days, 60 days, 6 months. What it took for someone 5 years to do and learn, you can learn that in 7 months, yo. Take your time serious. Time is not money. You can get money back. You don't get time back, all right? So the first mistake people have on it, first mistake people make using the internet, they don't have an agenda. And you don't want to be part of the community of boredom. Don't use it because you're bored. If you don't know your agenda when you wake up in the morning, don't sign in yet. You don't have to sign in, okay? If you don't know what you're about to do, here, don't sign in until you know exactly what your plan is. Don't go to IG until you know what your plan is. You know what's crazy about IG? Is that you can put in a hashtag, and that hashtag can take you to another world. You could put Nigeria in the search engine. You could put Brazil in the search engine. You could put technology in the search engine. Just so you understand that you can be learning. The internet can be an experience for you to upgrade as a person. So by the time people see you that haven't seen you in a while, they should notice something different about you, right? That's just my opinion, okay? So that's the first way. People don't have an agenda. Now I ask you, the people that's listening to me, what's your agenda? And just to tell you how crazy it is, about like 2 years ago, influencers was crippled by algorithms that on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, because people were changing their life really fast. So now it's hard to cut through the algorithm. Let me tell you how the algorithm works. So I can't really see how many people are here, but I have followers on this page over 200,000. How do you explain the number that's listening right now? Let me tell you. Because none of the language I use in the description is triggering. You understand? So if I would have titled this, Black Men Don't, White People Do, Black Women Don't, or if I would have typed in something trendy, whatever is trendy, whatever that you comment on, you like, you would got the notice that I was going live. That's how it works. You understand? Right? So the things you see on your internet experiences is basically based on your data on what you like. So it's based, your phone is talking back to you. You understand? So if you ever wonder how someone with a lot of followers, when they go live, why the view count is so low, it's based on an algorithm. It's based on what the people are interested in. What I'm talking about right now, people are not interested. But if I would have created a video giving my commentary on the Amber Geiger situation, everybody would have been on, right? And how would that have helped you though? Given my opinion about Amber Geiger. How does that help you? Okay, just so you know. All right, the algorithms are in place and it's based on what you like. All right. Number two, the second way that you're using the internet wrong is you're not filtering your internet experience. You are not filtering your internet experience. I have a question for you. Why are you following friends and family on the internet? You have their number. Why are you following friends that you can go see and family that you could go see on the internet? How does that help your experience? You already know what they're on. You already know what your friend is on. Why are you following people that don't add to your experience on the internet? That makes no sense. And what it is a lazy way to know what's going on with people. So you ask somebody, oh, what's up with John? Oh, what's up with Tammy? Oh, they doing good. How do you know? Because you read their timeline? Pick up the phone and call them. The internet is not so you follow your family. That's dumb. You already know what they on. You already know what they're on. Instead, I have a suggestion for you. Follow pages that give you information that puts you in a position to win. Now, if you have a cousin on Wall Street and they post information about stock and yield, that makes sense. If you have an uncle that works in construction and he's posting information about contracts, that makes sense. If you have a friend that travels abroad and they, on their timeline, talk about their experiences living in different cities, that makes sense. But if you are following on social media a person that lives down the street from you and you see them every day, that's backwards to me. To me. Because what is the internet again? An opportunity. An opportunity for what? For you to grow. Are you growing? Are you growing with the people on your timeline? Yes or no? Keep it a buck. Audit yourself. I don't know who's listening to this. You got to keep it real with you, right? At the end of the day, I'm going to sign off and go about my life. Whether you listen or not, I'm doing what I'm talking about, okay? I got to ask you a real question. Are you profiting off the people that are on your timeline? If the answer is no, it's so easy to deactivate a page and create another page. Just make sure you do. When you do it, come like my page. All right? That's so simple. That's so simple. You don't... Yo, check this out. Like I said, I just recently started allowing people to be my friend personally because I wanted to see what people are talking about. People on their timeline are talking about the divine feminine. What the hell does that even mean? The divine masculine, the divine feminine. What does it mean? All right, whatever. Write a book, I seen the other day dudes, and this is a big conversation, I guess. I guess it's a big conversation amongst black people. I don't know. I wasn't in the loop. People are having conversation about 50-50 relationships. What a man does and what a woman does. That's what y'all talking about? The way people mate and do within their house, that's their business. I seen dudes talking about, yeah, man, if you don't do this with your woman, how you know he ain't a trick? How you know he ain't a sucker? How you know when he go home, his woman is not calling him a straight pussy? How do you know that? You don't, but you'll share his post. Oh, yeah, men need to be like this. He could be a snitch. He could be raping a child, but you share it. That's your internet experience? You talking about the divine feminine? I got to suggest, do this for me. And this is how I know that that's effective. When it's time to pay your mortgage and it's time to pay your rent, whoever you owe money to, talk about the divine feminine. Talk about divine masculine. Right? And just a FYI, masculinity and femininity is not an image, yo. It's a way of thinking. For example, an artist, that when they create, they might create something from a feminine perspective or a masculine perspective, right? It doesn't mean male or female. Now, when the ideals of masculinity and femininity were created in the West, it has everything to do with social movements. That's feminine. That's masculine. It's based on social classifications. But people are talking about masculinity and femininity like it's a hormone. Your body doesn't produce masculinity. The word you're looking for is testosterone. Your body doesn't produce femininity. The word you're looking for is estrogen. You are not filtering your internet experience. What you're looking for is confirmation bias. You want to follow people that make you feel good about yourself. You want to share posts with people that you agree with. If you really want to learn something, follow a bunch of people you disagree with. If you're going to follow anybody, follow people that challenge you. Follow people that talk about things you know nothing about. Why are you still following the same people? And let me tell you something, consciousness in the age of Pisces is not the same as consciousness in the age of Aquarius. Consciousness now is about experiencing things, eating new food, listening to new music. Have you ever watched a black and white film? Do you know on the internet, on YouTube right now, you can go listen to Lena Horne? You know this, right? You can listen to Frank Sinatra. You know this, right? You can listen to Ella Fitzgerald right now. She's on YouTube. Did you know this? Did you know this? Right? You don't know if you like Margaret Sanger or not. You know you can listen to her talk for yourself and form your own opinion. You do know this, right? This is what happens when you filter your internet experience. Filter it. When you come here, come with an agenda. That was number one. And filter your experience. Make sure the time you spend here is a time you spend expanding and knowing. You understand? Real simple. Filter your internet experience. Follow pages that put you in a position to win in life. We got people talking about racism on the internet. You can follow Sean King if you want to. You can't grab nothing from that timeline and use it in your day-to-day. And if he has money and he's talking to you about race, that's a slap in your face. If you got money, talk to me about money. If you healthy, talk to me about health. If you successful, talk to me about success. Don't have a different conversation with me. You're not going to dumb me down like that. Whatever you are good at, that's why I'm being friends with you. Okay? Whatever you are expert in, that's what I want to hear you talk about. Period. So if you're following celebs that are balling and they're telling you America's a terrible place, must not be that terrible for them because they're rich, right? Must be working. Number 3. This is the third way that you are using the internet wrong. You're actually anti-social media. It's called social media. So how come you're not DMing people to network? Fellas, the best thing that you can do on the internet is send a penis picture. That girl might have a degree. That girl might have a skill. Right? I know it might seem like girls on the internet is all stuck up. You don't ask the right questions. Now, if she's just a prick, then that's one thing. But you don't ask the right questions. Some of these girls got money. Some of these girls got passports. Some of these girls do things. And the best thing you can do is send a dick pic. You should network. Let me tell you something. Sex is sex. A guy and a girl talk long enough, they're going to do something. You don't got to lead with that. I'm just saying. Ladies, why is your internet experience shade, tea, and gossip? Men and women use this shit wrong. You're antisocial. How do you come to the internet and be tribal? Right? Sometimes in the past, I used to post controversial things and white people would comment. And right under the comment, a black person was like, you allow white people on your page? Hell yeah. Why wouldn't I? I don't come here for that. That person might have something for me. And the thing about Ken Billy, I'm not in the community business. I'm in the me business. And if my me business consists of networking with you, then you are part of my me business. I don't come to the internet to represent Black America. I don't come into the internet to represent men neither, right? So when someone says something about, oh, this is a bad look for black men or black men, I never get involved in those combos. You know why? Because what they eat don't make me. This is the internet. I'm here for one reason and one reason only, to get shit, period. You understand? I am in the me business. You mean to tell me in virtual reality, I'm supposed to be nationalist too in the cloud? Y'all tripping, right? I don't come to the internet to be antisocial. I don't come to the internet to not make friends with different kind of people. I want friends from China. I want friends from Africa. I want friends from Australia. If you choose to be gang related on the internet, that's your business, not mine, right? So It's not wise or smart to come to the internet to be tribal, right? You got people that create these groups, feminist groups, but when y'all gonna get together? Feminists used to take shit from me and post them in groups, right? Because I used to have spies, right? I got spies in all the groups. So everything that somebody says slick about me, I know, right? So 48 laws of power shit, right? Conceal your intentions. So I got spies in hella groups. So they used to take content, because I used to write provocative content. I just wanted followers, right? So I understand the science of clickbait. So I used to write content that I know would get under people's skin, right? I used to do that on purpose, especially blogging. The game is sold, not told. My blog, I would write things on purpose because I knew that, number one, people share things they don't read. So if the title grabs you, you're gonna click on it. And then number two, I knew that people are super emotional. I didn't care about that. I was trying to build an email list. Anyway, feminists were doing my work for me. While they thought they were dragging me and canceling me, they was building my name up, right? But the problem with those feminist groups, when y'all gonna meet, when y'all gonna take the sisterhood from virtual reality and actually introduce your kids to each other? When are those black nationalist groups and those white nationalist groups, when y'all gonna meet, yo? When y'all gonna do something? So y'all just a tribe in the cloud? Like, that makes no sense. You need to be able to touch people. You need to be able to see people. Why come to the internet and be tribal? So you're anti-social media. It's called social media, right? Start being social. Start talking to people. Start asking questions. Look, and we're about to go in 2020. If you don't know somebody in Detroit, Chicago, New York, Atlanta, Boston, Philly, Dallas, Houston, the Bay Area, LA, those are the cities that matter to me. I don't really need to be in Montana or Wyoming or Nebraska. I don't need to be there. I need to be in the Papa cities, Miami. If you don't know someone there, you're bugging. You should have a person in every major city in America that you could pull up on. Then expand it. Paris, right? Switzerland, South Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, Sydney, Australia, Bahia, Brazil, Sao Paulo, Brazil. You should have friends there that when you pull up there, they are at the airport for you, okay? See, this is what a person that has an agenda to come on the internet, and when I come here, you see that thing that says kenbillions.com? That's my agenda. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Every day I go live, someone doesn't become a member. That don't stop me though, because guess what? I'll be back in a few days to keep on trucking and keep on pushing. Sidebar. If you've been listening to me for a long time and you've came to my inbox and told me how I helped you, I take it real personal that you haven't become a member at kenbillions.com. But I'm a 48 Laws of Power student. You'll never know. I'll keep talking to you like there's no issue. So, anyway, petty. Don't be antisocial on social media. Don't be tribal. Make friends. All right? New friends. New friends. So that's the third way people use this thing, the internet, the opportunity, wrong. They're antisocial. Picture me coming here being tribal. What? That white person that you're talking about, I'm trying to be their friend. They might got something for me. You understand? That's me though, because what? I'm in the me business. I am trying to change my life. I come from generational broke people, all right? No one got rich. I would like to change that. I would like to be the first person in my bloodline to touch an M. Therefore, I have to behave differently than my mother and father. No shade to them. That was their life. This is mine, right? So I'm going to use all tools that I have at my disposal to make my experience on earth better. Because I'll be 36 in December. 40 is right down the street. Time is ticking. My son is 11. He'll be 21 in 10 years. Time is ticking. I don't have time to waste. I don't have time to go back and forth arguing about toxic masculinity on the internet. Masculinity ain't toxic when it's providing for you, though. Right. When it's going and conquering other nations and bringing back the spoils of war. When it's subjugating other people and bringing back riches so you can live in the castle. It's not toxic then. Side little rants and stuff I be always wanting to say. 4. This is the 4th way that you're using the internet wrong. You're not selling anything. Why is that important? Because you are the product and your data is being sold to corporations. This is a fact. Your data is being collected and sold to advertisers. Right? So basically, you are a product and you are being sold to different corporations. That's a fact. So, since that is a fair exchange or no robbery, ain't no robbery. Since you are, your data is being collected and you're being sold to different corporations so they can advertise to you, what is it that you're selling? You know how easy it is to start a WordPress blog? Where's your URL? If you have a website and you're listening to me, how come you haven't posted it in the comment section? I'm not your entertainment, yo. I might look funny, but I'm not your entertainment, right? Listen to Kevin Hart for that. I'm trying to get some money. So, I don't mind other people making no money. If you have a website, why haven't you posted in the comment section? So you're here for entertainment. I'm not your fucking entertainment, all right? Be about your business. Mash for your rations. Post, if you post your business to the comment section and you get one customer, it was all profit. How much did it cost you to market? Nothing. What are you selling? You come to the internet to vent instead of campaign. Why are you talking about your personal life? And then you got people that come and co-sign, yeah, bro, thanks for sharing. But they gave you no money. Yeah, sis, thanks for sharing. So you're going to share and you know what? A few years back, I think I did that too. So I was guilty of that and then I pivoted, right? I shared some real personal stuff and it backfired on me. And the only thing I got was, of course, different critiques. But the only thing I got was, thanks for sharing, brother. Blah, 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 blah. Yo, hit that PayPal. It's the money game. I'm up front. I'm Ken Billions. Not Ken Love, even though I got it tatted on my face, right? No, not Ken Hugs. No. Not Ken Hangout. No, not Ken Fun. No, Ken Billions. Coin Gang Ministries. I'm for profit. I'm Reverend Ike. I'm trying to make some motherfucking money. If you fuck with me, don't tell me how great I am. Pay me. That's what I do. When I see Iceberg Slim on Fillmore in Frisco, I was out there for Juneteenth. I ran up on him and I gave him all the money in my pocket. Why? Because I respect the game. And I pay for game. Right? I'm not here venting. I'm here campaigning. You shouldn't be here venting. You should be here campaigning. Why are you sharing your personal stories on your timeline? If you want to do that, create a blog. At least it'll benefit you because you can build an email list from there. So people that are interested in you divulging your information, now you have them on email. Now you can always have access to them. Because understand something. This is not your Facebook page. That is not your IG page. That is not your Twitter page. You are renting it. You don't believe me? Say something about a particular community and use particular words. I guarantee you can't sign in no more. I thought it was yours. It's not yours. So since it's not yours, take advantage of it because you can get blocked or deactivated or canceled at any time. Especially with PC culture. You don't know what's offensive. Right? So take advantage. Don't be on here venting. Because at the end of the day, only thing people going to do is steal your content anyway. How about that? So all that, a lightning post that you did and woohoo, somebody just gonna jack you. So you getting your things stolen. So let me get this straight. Corporations are stealing your data, collecting your data. People are stealing your content and you're not selling anything? You need a pimp. And I'm the perfect one to do it for you. I'm the perfect one because I will use your mind for my benefit. That's real talk. You need to be led. You have a savior complex. You want somebody to use you. I will use you for the benefit of kenbillions.com. You want to be used by somebody? You don't want to take advantage of the opportunities? Let me use you. You want to work for free? Work for me. If you want to be on the internet doing absolutely nothing, can you at least do it for me? Post my content. Hit my inbox right now and tell me you want to work for me. Because that's what you're doing anyway. You're doing it for Zucks. You're doing it for Twitter. You're doing it for Jack Dorsey, right? You're doing it anyway. Do it for your boy, right? Do something strange for some change. Do it for me. Doing it anyway. Oh, now you offended. But you wasn't offended this morning when you posted your first post and it meant absolutely nothing. You wasn't offended yesterday when you was in people's comment section going back and forth about dumb shit. You wasn't offended when you were sharing things that other people's business. You wasn't offended then. But when I say work for me for free, now you offended? The fourth way that you're using the internet wrong. You're not selling anything. What are you selling? And if you don't have nothing to sell, don't come back here until you do. What are you selling? Anything. So you take a 9-to-5 mentality and bring it online. So you're part of the boredom community. Am I offending you? Am I hurting your feelings? Because now you got to look at yourself. Now, this is the thing that's going to hurt the most. The fact that people are listening to me and they're not going to change their behavior. I need one of those church fans. You know, the fans at church, that the women with all the candy in their purse. One thing for sure, two things for certain. You go to a black church, just an old lady with a candy store in her purse. Hella mint. I need that fan she got. The fourth way that you're using the internet wrong is you're not selling anything. And I'm going to stress this again. Your data is being collected and sold to corporations. That's a fact. We know this. In fact, Edward Snowden was just on Joe Rogan's show. Check that out. What are you selling? In all seriousness, what are you selling? Let me give you some tips. If you're a single mom and you go to school, you work, and say you have like a business on the side doing oils and soaps, don't even trip. Yeah, that market is saturated, but that's not what your actual skill is. The fact that you could balance that out, the fact that you could have a side business, go to school, go to work, and still be an attentive mother, here is something you can sell right now to build up your social media page and maybe even write an ebook. 5 ways to be an entrepreneur mom, right? 2 ways to be a fit mom. If you are a dude that has came home from jail and you got a felony, right? And you have totally revamped your life. How to beat the system. How to be a felon on the move. I'm just freestyling this. It's so many ways to make money. No, you're not going to hit the home run every single day. But what is it that you do the best, right? If you're good at cooking, how come you haven't went live yet making a meal? You could be a cooking coach, especially if you cook from scratch, right? The way that I'm going live right now, you could have your whole setup going on. And what you could do is you can make a teaser, right? You could do the first 5 minutes of the video. And then you could tease them and say, if you want my last recipe, All you got to do is go. Now, this is art of tonality, right? If you want if you want the last ingredient to my recipe, you want that, don't you? Auto suggested. Yeah. You want that, right? This meal looks good, right? Yeah. You see? This looks good, right? Yes, it does. Give me your email, and I will give you the last ingredient to the cookie. I'm freestyling this. What are you selling? Now, I want you to think about that after you listen to me. And then I want you to sign the hell off. And don't come back until you are a seller. Don't go to IG no more unless you sell it. Don't go to Twitter no more unless you got something to sell. What are you selling? Sell. This is the best time in the world to get some money. How are you oppressed? You could go to the library right now and get a billionaire's book on how he won in the game. Oh, you gay? You black? You a woman? Nobody cares. No one cares. The internet don't care about that. The internet don't know you're oppressed. The internet don't know you in the projects until you create that in virtual reality. The internet is equal playing field. No excuses. You can learn about SEO, search engine optimization. You can learn about bounce rate. You can learn about Facebook ads. What's the excuse? You've been oppressed 400 years? You oppress yourself every day on your timeline. I already told you. If you come to the internet for nothing, you're a terrible parent. I said it. Book it. You ain't about nothing. And then you have gurus. Everybody's a guru. How the hell are you talking about chakras? Oh, your root chakra and your crown chakra. You're behind on your rent. And you're not even in a space to even mess with your energy like that, yo. All that stuff was mystery school information. That's the problem with in the information age. Things that you needed to learn, know, and have initiation for, you could learn it without putting in work. What the hell you know about a chakra? Show me. People they don't talk from firsthand experience. This is what I've done. They just talk general. The chakras. Man, you just read that. You got people on social media right now that's hella broke talking about what rich people do. How do you know what rich people do with their money? If you know that, then you can do it, right? See, everybody's a guru. Everybody got the information on how to change their life. What I'm telling you is firsthand experience of what I do. I'm only going to talk about what I do. A billionaire does this. How do I know? I don't know any billionaires. How about that? That's real talk. And I've never hung out with one. I can tell you what street dudes do with their money. I can tell you what a prostitute does. I can tell you what a trick does. I know that world, right? I can tell you about being a daddy. I can tell you about being married. I can tell you about a few other things. I'm only going to talk about firsthand experience. So that's part of filtering your internet experience. Stop following gurus. Stop following people that tell you to quit your damn job. Yo, be an entrepreneur. The plantation. Yo, you don't quit no money unless you got some other money. I've been an entrepreneur my entire life, and it is very hard. Slow dough is better than no dough. Period. Stop following gurus. Relationship gurus. See your man. Sis, how do you know? Show your house, yo. Don't follow nobody. I've shown my crib on live. I ain't in the trenches. I ain't rich, but I ain't homeless. Show your house. Don't tell me about the divine feminine or divine masculine. What that crib look like, yo? Where you live at? That's right, I can't find you because you have a weird Egyptian name or something. No, yo. That's bad business. Is it telling you how to sell? No, it's not. Is it telling you how to upgrade your thing? No, it's not. It's confirmation bias. It's things you agree with that make you feel comfortable to get you to hide away from your regular life. It's a form of escapism. That's all it's about. You don't know what to do and wrap your arms around the entire problem in your life, so you listen to people that help you escape. But guess what? You older longer than you are younger. So you better opt in and run to it, because the problem ain't going nowhere. Everybody's a guru, a meme guru, a financial guru. You got women talking about staying home while their man works. First of all, she's trash and he's a sucker, right? Their kids is terrible. Yeah, I'm saying it. And the only thing she got to show for not working is Facebook posts. What a slap in that man's face. But only a sucker would do that. And he only married you so nobody else f***ed you. How about that? You got dudes that are on child support, posted pictures turning up in Miami. Of course you're doing that. You don't have your kids. No wonder. But he's a guru. Get custody of your kid, my dude, and see if you still can buy sneakers. Let the girl have the kids. Let her go chill. You take the kids and see if you can still do the same exact thing. Yo, we turned up, Millie rocking. You're behind on child support, though. See, let's be honest and let's be real, right? You can't say shit about me. I already know I'm a felon. Right? I already know I'm trash. I come from the mud. I already know that, but I'm good with that. I'm good with that, though. As long as I do a little bit of good while I'm here. I ain't trying to be nothing else. I'm just trying to get fucking rich. What about you? Sell, sell, sell. And the number one thing, if you're gonna sell, listen to sellers. Don't listen to gurus. Quit your job. Talking about mystical things in ancient Africa. Yo, you're here right now. You got a donut on your car. Are you kidding me? Priorities is crazy. You have a donut on your car. Figure that out before you talk to me about divine masculinity. How about a divine tire? Number 5. The fifth way you're using the internet wrong. You play too much. You have an entertainment thirst. Yo, the other day, Michael Jordan said, Steph Curry's a great player, but he's not a Hall of Famer. That's his opinion. It went all over the place. What a celebrity says right now goes all over the place and people engage. Do you know this country used to follow generals? Do you know this country used to follow scientists and scholars? Now Rihanna, what she says becomes a talking point. Are you kidding? That comes from people that are, number one, privileged. You can't be oppressed and follow the shade room. Sorry. Can't be oppressed and you got PlayStation 4 and a TV and a microwave and a washer and dryer and running water, right? And you're in the comment section going back and forth. You play too much. That's an entertainment thirst. But the number one thirst is people mind other people's business. Like I told you, I let people be friends with me on my personal page. And you know what people are talking about? Someone made a post this morning about transgenders. Why is this? Why is that? That's what you care about? First thing in the morning, that's what's on your mind? How other people come? Then some people could say, well, I don't want my kid watching this on TV. Don't watch TV. Whoa, what about in school? Homeschool. Right? For some reason, when people want to make their point, they go extreme, they go right to children. Now you're an educator now. Now you care about kids. All of a sudden. Oh, what the kids? You don't give a damn about kids. You don't give a damn about your own. Yeah. Shut up. You play too much. You're on the internet playing. Everything is a game, yo. The basketball game, the football game, the Fortnite. Everything, life is one big game. Let me tell you what's not a game. Life insurance is not a game. Money is not a game. Your health is not a game. Who you know is not a game. Time is not a game. And the fact that you look in the mirror now and your features are changing and your body is changing. And you're not those young kids that used to watch Saved by the Bell or TGI Friday and 21 Jump Street. Those times have gone. And now you're in a new world where things are different. The rules have changed, right? And you have to figure out the rules and adapt and adjust. Because if you plan on being here, just imagine you got 40 more summers here. 40. What are you going to do? It starts now. And as Generation Z, those are 18, 19, 20-year-olds, as they come into the marketplace, you get pushed out. And they're born into the internet. They know how to use it. They're on TikTok. You know TikTok? That's where they're at, right? They're young kids doing reviews on products on YouTube becoming millionaires. The young people are using the internet better than you old farts. Because you are on the internet complaining about how the world is changing and you don't know what to do in it. What if you were alive at the dawn of the industrial age? What if you would have done? The life is always changing. But you are in bad shape if you turn on this app every day and you don't use it right. You ain't got to like me. And I wanted to put a little humor in what I'm saying because you need to be entertained. And, you know, that's what ministry is about. You know, dopamine. But in all seriousness, what are you going to do? You know about a landing page? You know about an email list? Do you know how to change your life with an application? Do you know anything about vertical integration? The things that I'm talking about, you could Google it. What does bounce rate mean on a website? What does audience retention mean? What's the difference between views and clicks? Do you know majority of the time when you see something has views, that doesn't mean plays. That means how many people seen it. That doesn't mean how many people played it. Do you understand that? Do you know how clickbait works? Do you know about the algorithms that are in place on social media? This is where you're at, right? Do you know how to use it? I'm just saying. Do you know how to check to see what a website is worth? How many domain names do you own? See? Do you know that some people's business buying and holding a domain name to sell it later? I went to last year I bought a domain called alwaysratchet.com. I couldn't believe no one owned it. And I'm thinking that, you know what? I just might create a site that is more gross than WorldStar, where you could just go watch debauchery. Alwaysratchet.com. I own that. I haven't done nothing with it yet. But I couldn't believe that ratchet is a popular term and no one owned that site. You know why? Because people ain't about money. People are about bills. They ain't about money. And the funny thing is people talk about struggle love. I ain't getting with nobody to struggle. Your ass is lazy. That's what it is. And you ain't really about no money. Because it's a struggle to go from 1 million to 10 million. It's a struggle to go from 10 million to 100 million. It has nothing to do with struggle love or struggling. Life is a struggle, period. The problem is you want to be content. And we have a desire for happiness. Happiness is nothing but a moment in time, yo. It's not a lifestyle. It's a moment, right? When you go to the Grand Canyon and you're like, whew, in that moment, you are happy. But guess what? Your relative could die the very next day. Happiness is a moment. And that's what you do it for. Moments. And then it's back to the grind. Then it's back to working. Did you see the Bill Gates documentary on Netflix? Did you see the problem that he's trying to solve? Huh? Sanitation in Africa. That's what he's trying to solve. He don't got to do that. He's good. He's up at it. Elon Musk is up at it. Feel me? What are you doing? Right? So if you're going to be here, you're going to use the internet, replay this video, right? Find the value in it. Find the things that I'm talking to you on. You don't got to agree with everything. Just find the one thing where you can change. Because it is a travesty if I got up here and I sweated, right? And I thought what I was giving was value, and you do absolutely nothing. All right? So, if you need input on anything that I just said, hit me on the Nothing But Game hotline. It's 888-565-8734. That is not a free hotline, because I ain't for free. I'm Ken fucking Billions. 888-565-8734. I'm for profit. Don't hit me asking me a motherfucking thing. I am about my money. You feel me? Let's be clear. Also, make sure you go to kenbillions.com. Mad content on there. Go get that. And I'm just building and I'm just growing it. It's a membership. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be content on there that ain't on here. This is my throwaway game. All right? So I hope you got something from this. If you don't, pay me no mind. But if you don't do nothing else, deactivate all of your social media. Create a new page. Come like me. And then follow pages that put you in a position to win. If you don't know what you're going to sell, if you don't all the way got your agenda, that's fine. At least do yourself a favor. Press the reset button and start over so you can come with a clean slate. Follow entrepreneur pages. Follow business pages. Stop following gurus. Broke gurus. Fuck toxic masculinity, divine femininity. Talk IRA. Talk LLC. Talk corporation. Talk Forex. Talk annuity. Talk retirement. How much money you got for retirement? Talk fuck you cash. You know what fuck you cash is? That means you got so much paper you can say and do what you want. You don't need no one's gonna hire you. Ain't looking for no one to hire you. That's what I'm after. Fuck you cash. Where I can do what I want. I'm my boss. Control of your own destiny, yo. You feel me? So, fellas, use your time wisely. F a dick pic, homie. Pick her brain to see if she got some knowledge. If she F you, she F you. Forget all that. Baby girl, I don't care if you're a stay-at-home mama. That dude is a sucker because he's paying for pussy. Period. I said it. Ken Billy, I'm out of here.